What if I told you everything you see today, the sun rising in the sky, the vast oceans, the mountains, the animals, and even your own life began from absolutely nothing? No technology, no tools, no explosions, just the power of one voice speaking into complete darkness, saying, "Let there be light." Imagine a moment before time even existed. No ticking clock, no movement, no sound, no life. Just an endless, silent void, a deep darkness covering everything. And then, in a single moment, everything changed. In the very beginning, before the world had shape or form, before the stars shined or the oceans flowed, there was only God. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters. There was no life, no color, no sound, only silence. Then God spoke, "Let there be light." And instantly light burst into existence, shining through the darkness for the very first time. It was powerful, it was pure, it was the beginning of everything we know. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. This was the first day. On the second day, God created the sky. He separated the waters, forming the heavens above and the waters below. Suddenly there was space, an open, vast sky stretching beyond imagination. The structure of the world was beginning to take shape. On the third day, something amazing happened. God gathered the waters together so that dry ground could appear. Land rose from the seas, mountains, valleys, and plains formed. God called the dry ground earth and the gathered waters seas. But God didn't stop there. He commanded the earth to bring forth life. Grass began to grow. Trees spread their branches, and plants of every kind filled the land. Colors appeared for the first time, greens, browns, and the beauty of nature. Life was beginning to bloom. On the fourth day, God looked to the heavens and created the lights in the sky. He made the sun to rule the day and the moon to rule the night. He scattered countless stars across the universe, each one shining with its own brilliance. The sky, once empty, now became a masterpiece, perfectly designed to give light, mark time, and guide the world. On the fifth day, God filled the seas and the skies with living creatures. Fish of every kind swam through the oceans, from the smallest to the largest. Birds soared through the sky, their wings cutting through the air with grace and freedom. For the first time, the world was filled with movement and sound, the chirping of birds, the splashing of water, the rhythm of life. Then came the sixth day, the most important day of creation. God created animals to live on the land, wild animals, livestock, and creatures that moved along the ground. The earth was now full of life in every corner. But something was still missing. Then God said something different, something powerful. "Let us make mankind in our image and our likeness." And with that, God created human beings, man and woman. Unlike anything else in creation, humans were made in the image of God. They were given intelligence, emotion, purpose, and authority. God blessed them and gave them responsibility over the earth, to care for it, to rule over the animals, and to live in harmony with creation. This was not just another creation. This was personal. This was intentional. God looked at everything he had made, the light, the sky, the land, the seas, the plants, the sun, the moon, the stars, the animals, and humanity, and he saw that it was very good. Everything had purpose. Everything had meaning. On the seventh day, God finished his work and rested. Not because he was tired, but because creation was complete. This day became holy, a reminder of peace, rest, and the beauty of what had been accomplished. This story is not just about how the world began. It is about purpose. It is about identity. It is about you. In a world where people often feel lost, confused, or without meaning, the story of creation reminds us of something powerful. You are not here by accident. You are not random. You were created with intention, designed with care, and given a purpose that only you can fulfill. Think about it. The same God who created the stars, who placed the sun in the sky, who designed the oceans and the mountains, that same God created you in his image. That means your life has value. Your existence has meaning. Every breath you take is part of a greater story. And just like God brought light into darkness at the beginning of time, he can bring light into any darkness in your life today. No matter how empty or chaotic things may feel, creation itself is proof that something beautiful can come out of nothing. So the next time you see the sunrise or look up at the stars at night, remember where it all began. From complete darkness to a world full of life. from nothing to everything. And it all started with just 4 powerful words. Let there be light.